Hello and welcome back. My name's Dan.
I'm still Dave. On today's episode, or this week's episode, and I hear a phone ringing in the other room.
That's his.
No, it's not. My phone's right here. Wow, it's a solo show. It's what I always wanted. So about Dan. There we go. Welcome to my show, everyone. We're gonna answer some questions. These were questions posed by you. We gathered them from your comments on YouTube. We gathered them from comments on Instagram.
Just to give you guys a tease, is do we really have that weird twin connection where we can read each other's minds or finish each other's sentences? Just the other day, Monday, I go and get my haircut and the barber's like, "Oh, it was nice seeing your brother today." I had no idea he got his haircut that day. We're going to show you a really cool trick to win a free beverage at a bar or a coffee shop.
Remember to stick around to the end because I'm going to be giving away this shirt. Not this exact shirt.
Maybe you should give away that one.
You know, I'll leave it up to you. But we only have a few of these left in our shop. If you'd like to win one,
Limited edition.
stick around and we'll tell you how you can do that. But first, coffee.
So we've got some fancy equipment. This is an electric... That's hot. Don't touch it. Today we're going to be using our go-to brew method, the popular Chemex.
It's funny, like we got this fancy machine. I don't know if you saw our episode, The Return of Coffee with Dan and Dave. We had this fancy coffee machine because it looked cool and we haven't used it since. It just looks cool. Someone should make coffee and someone should read questions. What kind of coffee is this, by the way? Wait. I don't know.
There's a couple really good roasters in town.
We're located in Boise, Idaho, and there are some good coffee roasters out here.
I just want to point out that if you guys don't have a proper kettle, it makes a huge difference. Like this thing is weighted. It almost like pours itself. Just covered all the beans and we're going to let that bloom for, 20 seconds or so.
Can you read each other's minds? This is what you were talking about. It's interesting.
What number am I thinking of?
7.
6.
It's hit or miss. This is a true story. So Dan moved here to Boise a few years ago. My family, I have a lovely family with a wife and 2 kids. We decided to move to Boise as well. And we ended up purchasing a home right down the street from Dan.
They were sort of undecided on where they wanted to move to. They just knew they wanted to move out of LA because, LA is not the best place to raise kids. But I was driving down the street and this small, beautiful little house went for sale. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is the best street in our city. Like, it is the quintessential street that everyone aspires to live on. It's so beautiful. And I almost took a photo and I'm like, hey, you should check out this listing. And then the next day he's like, what do you think of this house? And I'm like, what?
There's not that many options here, honestly. It's a small city. Things like that, things like, getting our hair cut by the same barber on the same day. That kind of stuff happens all the time. What deck are you currently using?
Ooh, none right now. This one, actually, the Curious Wonders.
Yeah, we put these out over Christmas.
That's why there's no cards in that box. I came in here the other day and took the deck out.
I've been using our damn good cards. I picked up a box set, all 6 decks, and I've just been going through them. I have the box set on my desk, right by my monitor, and I tend to leave decks of cards in places like there's probably a couple in the car, in my bedroom, there's one in the living room, there's one in the kitchen, because, when you're in the kitchen, which I'm in the kitchen a lot, you need some cards. Sometimes you need a fix.
That's a great way to improve the longevity of your cards. Instead of using one deck, just have a couple decks that you switch in and out. And you'll find that instead of opening a new deck every week, you're opening a new deck every month. It is our job to sell more cards, but
you actually need to be you need to be opening up a deck every day.
No, that's not true. I want you guys to use less cards.
How do you come up with card designs? Well, if you saw our last episode, you learned that we basically just
hijack everything.
We
seek inspiration from many places. We have a very eclectic style and a broad range of curiosity in the arts. So we're constantly seeking out new things, new treasures for the site, new artists to feature. You just see something that you like and take a photo or put it in the back of your head, and then a couple months later, it, shows up on a piece of paper that you drew or an Illustrator that you made.
Well, we've started thinking about like how can we pay tribute to these people that have inspired us over the years in the form of a deck of cards that might be able to inspire other people the same way that their work inspired us. And we've done that through our Eames collaboration. We're doing that through the Frank Lloyd Wright projects and collaborations.
We've been lucky to work with some of our childhood heroes.
It's not always even like visual arts. Like I remember we all read David G. Haskell, his book, The Forest Unseen. His writing really inspired the Eastern Forest deck. He's an author, and we reached out to him and said, hey, we want to do a deck of cards, which sounds weird, but
how do you turn text?
It was worth figuring out, and we collaborated with a wonderful artist, Alan Litwiller. But it's a beautiful deck of cards, and it all came from reading a book. Inspiration can come from anywhere.
Should I get some cups?
Oh yeah, watch this. Hey, look at that. Looks pretty light.
It's late in the day, and I'm not into drinking another cup of strong coffee.
So what are your hobbies? What's a hobby?
What is a hobby? I mean, in the winter...
Is parenting a hobby? I do a lot of that.
Winter season just ended, so I was snowboarding quite often.
Yeah, you do snowboard a lot.
In the summer, I'm hiking, I'm rock climbing, mountain biking, traveling.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have kids.
Those are all things I look forward to doing when I retire. No, I love reading. I wake up every morning and read.
Yeah.
Or listen to audiobooks and podcasts. If someone gave you $10,000 to get yourself a gift, what would you buy?
It has to be for yourself, because I don't think I would spend $10,000 on myself.
No, you wouldn't. That's why someone gave it to you. Let's say someone gave you $10,000 and they said, you have to buy yourself something. One item for $10,000. What would it be?
I would buy something for my house. You know what? I would buy an Eames lounge chair.
Oh, what? Right. No, I meant to say right. That needs to know why. I think I would also get an Eames lounge chair because that's like an ideal chair to just...
That will last you
kick back,
forever.
Relax, and read
it will last your kids forever, and your kids' forever. So it's a pretty good investment.
We know those people.
You do know those people.
Maybe they could hook it up. Favorite item on the shelf? Honestly, it's different for me every day. I love the mini books.
This is The Wonderful World of Wizard of Oz. It's so tiny, but believe it or not, this is the entire book.
Complete with illustrations, and it's beautifully produced.
We include one of these, a random selection in our Curiosity box, which is still available. I would say my favorite item...
It'd be funny to bring this on an airplane. Oh, this thing's
this is one of those things that you just have to experience in person. This ball bearing goes through this chamber and stops time. Look, time stopped. If you do this enough, you can go back in time. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Can you tease a project currently in the works?
Ooh. Speaking of the Eames, we just sent the 3rd edition of the Eames playing cards to print. So those will be out this September, I believe. And they're going to be an exclusive at MoMA.
Museum of Modern Art
in New York.
That's a big deal.
A special Eames exhibition this fall, and they will be part of that collection. And you know what? I literally just got the proof in the mail today. Here is the back design. I will keep the face cards a secret for now.
That's awesome.
Super retro, very mid-century.
And it's based on one of their original works of art.
Yeah, this is based on a kite design that Charles did in 1950.
Super exciting. Do you think they'll know that we added that question in ourselves?
They'll never know.
Okay. Where are you traveling to next to look for items?
Cardistry-Con is coming up the end of July, just about 2 months away from now, and we'll be there for that. And then our colleague and myself, Dave has to fly back home to be with his family, but Adam Rubin and I will be venturing on to Jerusalem, of all places, to attend the International Puzzle Party Conference. And yes, it is as nerdy as it sounds, but it's awesome.
Okay, last question. Have any of the puzzles in the shop stumped you?
Oh, yeah.
No. Like, I keep trying
not honest.
I keep trying to find a puzzle that is difficult, and I've yet to... come across one that's even remotely challenging.
We should put that to the test right now. This might be extremely hard. We'll be here for days, months. Pelikan is a puzzle company based in Czech Republic, and we sell quite a few of their puzzles. They're all incredibly challenging.
Honestly, I'm not a puzzle person. Puzzles are really challenging for me on the show.
We were gonna do that bar bet, how to win a free cup of coffee.
Or if you're of age, a free cocktail or beer at a bar or a lounge.
Yeah. What's the bet?
So, I have some coffee that I'm gonna pour on this plate.
Interesting.
I have some matches and a sugar cube and a glass. I bet you a free drink. I can get all of this coffee into this glass without ever lifting the plate.
Can you just like lick it up?
No, and like spit it into the glass? That's disgusting. No, you can't do that. You can only use these items.
All right. I don't know. It's impossible. It's not impossible. I obviously know the secret.
It's pretty clever. Let's show them. You need a match.
You need a match.
You need a holder for the match.
If you're at a bar, an olive.
An
from
olive.
A martini is great.
Go ahead and light the match.
We let it light for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is that good?
Yep. Whoa. Science. That's pretty cool. Tiny bit.
That's awesome. So what's happening is, I feel condescending telling them what's happening.
I mean,
I'm not a scientist.
You're a scientist.
All right, I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
So what's happening is the match is burning off the oxygen inside the glass,
And
creating a vacuum.
Yeah.
See, we both said vacuum at the same time because it's a big sciencey word, and we wanted to say it to like boost our ego. And the coffee gets sucked into the glass because it's science, people.
Yes, science!
Okay, now I know I said we weren't gonna lift the plate, but as a bonus,
This can turn into maybe the most interesting way to serve a cup of coffee.
I've never done this
It's
before.
gonna even work. And you know what? It melted all the sugar. This is gonna be a great shot. Nice.
Wow, look at that. And you're left here with a smoky
That's
cocktail.
smoky too. Are you gonna drink this with the match?
It's gonna be smoky. Actually, the aroma was really nice. You don't taste the smoke, but the aroma. I think we just invented something.
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. A little science, a little fun. Try it when you're out and about with friends.
That's pretty much our show, but we're forgetting something.
There is always a giveaway.
My shirt. So if you want to win this shirt, either this one or a brand new one, I'll leave that up to you.
A brand new one, please.
What do they need to do?
Leave a comment. Tell us, we enjoyed answering your questions. And
Yeah, it was fun.
It was super fun to sort through and find those. But what else you got? We're an open book. Ask us anything, and we'll make sure to save those and do this in a month or two.
Yeah, we'll try to make this a regular thing. AMAs, ask me, AUAs.
AUAs. Ask us anything. But with that, thank you for watching the show. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.